Hello everyone, I'm back with a quick short video regards how you can get started with Ansible. So I will quickly show you my environment. That would be two Ansible host machines I have to manage, and there will be one master node. So let me quickly set up my nodes. The screens which you see, the terminals you see, those are being opened for accessing the slaves, the host which needs to be managed by the Ansible, and now I'm opening another one for accessing my master node. So let's access first master node. So this is my master node, which will be acting as a Ansible controller, and we'll be using it to deploy playbooks. Let's be root. It's done. Let's access our to be managed host 1. Now the second one. Alright, that's done. Now the first step in creating an Ansible environment is to have a dedicated user which is able to log into all the hosts which has to be managed. So I'll add a quick user that, and I'll provide it the name Pi. Provide it the same password as you have provided for the slave nodes. Just hit enter, or if you want to provide details, you can do so. It's done. Let's add this user to sudo group so that it can perform sudo level tasks. It's done. Now, before proceeding or before creating a ssh key file that has to be copied to the slave nodes, let's switch the user to the newly created user, that's Pi. Now we are Pi. This user will be used to carry out all the Ansible related tasks. So let's first create the ssh key file, which will be copied to the slave nodes. I'm not providing here. Oh, let's see, it's asking enter a file in which, yeah, I'll simply hit enter. I will overwrite my existing one. I'm not providing any passphrase for the keys itself, SSH keys. So that's generated. Now I have to copy the key generated keys to the slave nodes. For that, I'll use task copy. Now the slave node user and its IP. So my first one is 68. Provide the password of the 68 IP device. It's copied. Now let's test it out whether our copy of the key file is successful. Now it's that if that's successful, we will be able to copy or access the device without any password prompt. Yep, we are in. We are Raspberry Pi master without the password prompt because of the SSH keys copied. We'll exit and do the same for the other device, that is 69. Provide the password, that's same in entire environment. That's done. Let's quickly test this out. Test it out too. Done. Now the user and key configuration, key copying configuration, it's done. Now we'll have to install Ansible on this master node, and before that we'll do a quick apt update. Uh, let's exit. Let's apt update. That's done. Now we have to install Ansible. That would be apt install Ansible. Since I already installed it, it's giving me the information that it's already in the newest version. Yours output will be a bit different, but this will essentially install Ansible in your master node. Now, before proceeding with the creation of playbooks to do tasks or perform tasks on the slave nodes, we have to define to how or which devices the Ansible control node or master node has to perform tasks on. So for that there is a config file of IPs that's located at nano. Let's see, Ansible hosts. In this file you have to provide the IP address information of the devices you want to manage, and you can group them as well. So here I have grouped them by the name Pi hosts, and since I have got two hosts, two IP addresses here with their respective IP addresses. Save it. Since I didn't modify anything, Control X close the tab, the text editor. Now let's try to ping the hosts. Ansible. Oh, before that we have to be Pi user. We'll do Ansible all dash and ping. So we did ping 69. We got a pong. That means it's a success. Success here as well. So there you have it. You have a fully functional Ansible infrastructure with one master node and two slaves, and you can create playbooks to perform further tasks. So I'll be continuing with this series, and you'll have a complete ideas on how you have to modify playbooks and perform your tasks. So thank you so much for giving your time. Have a good one.